Module 4. Module 4 is all about benchmarking the behavioural requirements of the role to help ensure best job fit in your recruitment campaign. Chapter 1 here is introducing you to our benchmarking document, the Flow Profiler Role Reviewer. In Chapter 2, we will be looking at Part 2 of the Role Reviewer and introducing you to a case study so you can get your hands dirty as a learner. And finally, in Chapter 3, we're going to bring this back to your workplace, ask you to consider a role in your organisation and build what a benchmark could look like using the Flow Profiler Role Reviewer. So for the Role Reviewer Part 1, I will start with the why you'd use it, when you'd use it, who would use it, and what it actually is. The Flow Profiler Role Reviewer is designed to create a clear picture of what the requirements of the role are. The idea is the ideal role plus the ideal candidate will equal a match or a job fit. Its other purpose is to also help focus the minds of the key stakeholders in the process, offer clarity and a true north as things get busier and more complicated as you are interviewing so many different candidates because your attraction has been so successful. When would you do it? Well, you do it at the start of a campaign and ideally before you write a job description. This is important because we do find that often the output of the role reviewer will influence what or how that job description is created. The good news is, however, you only need to do this for each role, not for each campaign. What do I mean? If you are on a big recruit for a troop of administrators, you would be doing it for the role of administrators, not each administrator you were recruiting for. So for the role, you only have to do it once, not every time you're recruiting for that role. Who's involved? Well, we would encourage as many stakeholders as you can possibly get together. That will include the recruiters, the reporting managers, HR representatives, co-workers, and in some instances, if you have got client-facing roles, you may even invite clients and key accounts to be involved in the process. At the end of the day, they are the end user, the key stakeholder. The more people that are involved in this process up front, the clearer the outcome will be, the more consensus there will be when it comes to your selection process, and the better job. You are almost crowdsourcing the collective intelligence of the group in this decision-making process. What does the role reviewer look like? Well, it looks at building a profile around aptitude, approach, and attitude. If you remember, aptitude is very much around the skills, the qualifications, the requisite educational experience. And it's also where you may want to consider using an IQ or mental agility test. Approach is very much about looking at the likely behaviours the candidate will display in the role, but it's also about looking at things like organisational culture or team fit or leadership style, if that's a requirement of the role. And attitude is all about willingness to do the job. Are your candidates demonstrating self-awareness? Through that self-awareness, are they demonstrating self-regulation or self-management strategies? And are their values aligned? Are they working with the organisation or perhaps against the organisation? So the role reviewer itself is a document. Here, we'll just step you through page by page as we become familiar with it. But we start with our cover page and very much introduction around the purpose of the document. And you can pass this document around to the stakeholders even as pre-reading so that they can incubate perhaps some of their contributions. We have a table of contents and we very much have some points around the position itself. So on this page, we have got the position being the job title, the team that position sits in, and any reporting managers. And that would include all the reporting managers, particularly for those of you in organizations that have a matrix, a hierarchy of matrix where one individual may report to several different managers. From here, we're very much into some additional key points around any required screening checks or legalities that you may need to consider up front, because that may be a knockout for culling a candidate list down. And then we want to really take a moment to look at the organization's purpose, its vision and its mission, and its values. Now, here's the key thing. If you are looking to engage hearts and minds as part of your retention strategy, the more aligned your candidates, your new recruits are as part of the onboarding process with that vision, with that purpose, with those values, the better chance you're going to have of retaining these future superstars in years to come. And let's face it, we're looking for a healthy, happy, high-performing workforce. Now, I'm going to invite you to download Worksheet 4.1 and just take a moment to get this information together in one place. So you may need to go and dig out some of the old vision documents that you may have set as part of your business plans, but very much articulating what is your organization's purpose, what is its vision, what is its vision, and what are its values. Now, I can already feel a couple of you going, eek, I have no idea. That's okay. I've got your back. Typically, this type of exercise of forming mission, purpose, meaning, values, that type of exercise takes a lot of facilitated thinking, and in often cases, many weeks to get to something that's meaningful. But I've got a bit of a shorthand for you in the absence of having done that work. Purpose. This is very much articulating what your business exists to do. So it's simply a case of finishing the sentence, our business exists to do blah. Our business exists to produce soup. That's the business's purpose. That's why it exists. The vision becomes a little bit more aspirational. So this is about what is your business striving for? What does your business actually want to achieve? We aspire to be the most nourishing, well-known brand of soup on the planet. Very aspirational statement. So all you need to do here is finish the sentence, we aspire to be. Your mission is a combination of your purpose and your intention. So through producing great soup, we will gain market share. We will look to touch the minds of every household. We will find a way to become part of school lunches in every school in whatever country that does school lunches. Purpose plus intention. Through X, we will achieve Y. And your values is very much around your core ethics and your principles. What do you stand for as a business? What actually drives you? Now, there's many great different value identifying exercises I could take you through, but unfortunately that would be a little bit of a rabbit hole and not on point of retention through acquisition. So quite simply, a statement. We stand for X, Y, and Z. We stand for quality. We stand for flexibility. We stand for integrity in our branding. See how you go. Worksheet 4.1, your coach is going to be very interested on your insights and your progress, and I look forward to seeing you in Chapter 2. Bye for now.